Timothy Felton understands the struggle of the student athlete and has written a book to help these young people with their journey. Please welcome Timothy Felton.
How you doing?
I am fine. Great to have you here today.
Used to be here.
Why is it important to write anything about it, to talk to the student athlete? How is the student athlete different to any other student?
Well, as a student athlete myself, through my journey, what happened was when I started off in the Little League football, like I said, you just go into class and you didn't have to be eligible, you didn't have to focus too much on academics. But once I got to high school, and you had to earn certain credit hours to be eligible. My sophomore year, I almost fell short of not playing high school football. It's when they started you had to have a 2.0 GPA, and at the end of my sophomore year, I had a 2.0 on the nose going into my sophomore year. So the importance for me as a student athlete was the academic component first, and that's why it's called student athlete. The athletic part was already given to me, so just a natural gift that I had got from God himself.
So let's talk about your journey. You did write a book, and we're going to get to the book in a minute, but let's talk about your journey and how you got to a place in your life where you felt it was important to voice your experience.
Actually, I used to come home during the winter breaks or the spring breaks, and I used to go back to my high school here in St. Louis, and my defensive coordinator, Richard Perry, used to have me come into the classroom and speak with his students as well as students athletes concerning just the college life and being a student athlete in college. And from that, I remember one day a parent was actually in the class with her son, and her son had got to his senior year in high school and hadn't passed his ACT test, didn't have the grades. He was recruited by Division I schools as myself. So when I spoke that day, I kind of gave him my journey. I kind of went through the same process, actually going through high school, being a pretty decent student in academics, maybe ending with a 2.8 at the end of my academic year. But when it came to the ACT, SAT score, I got a 13 on the ACT test. And at that time, for athletes, you needed a 15 to go to a Division I school. So schools that were recruiting me, like the University of Iowa, University of Kentucky, Oklahoma State, those schools kind of dropped off once I didn't pass my test. And the young man that I was speaking with his mother at the end of speaking in a class was going through the same struggles that I had went through high school. So that was that was important for me to write a book concerning student athletes. I also had several friends in high school actually made it to the professional ranks. So I wanted to write a book just to show the other side of that. You can still be a professional even though you don't make it to the professional ranks.
Well, we have to take a quick break, but when we come back, let's get into your book and your hopes for the book. Stay with us at STL Live. We'll have more with Timothy Felton after this break.